Hello everyone, welcome to Code Freshly Squeezed, and today we're going to learn how to get started with Scratch and creating our first program, which is going to be a little cat, and when you move your mouse, he draws a little picture on the screen in a rainbow pattern. So what you're going to want to do first is go to whatever search engine and type in Scratch, just like this, Scratch. And click on the one that has scratch.mit.edu where it says Scratch, Imagine, Program, Share. So what you're going to want to, once you're at this screen, you're going to click Join Scratch. Sign in if you already have an account, but if you don't, click Join. Okay? Once you're here, you're going to type a username, a password, then your password again. Then you're going to select what country you live in. Then, when were you born, month and year. Then your gender. And finally, your email address. You may have to do a human verification. Don't worry, just do what it says. And it'll bring you up to this screen. Welcome to Scratch, whatever you clicked as your username. Click Get Started. And it'll bring you to this screen. Alright? So now what you're going to want to do is click Create up in the top. Alright? And just wait for it to load. So now we're on this screen and you can see the cat's already there. So the first thing you're going to want to do is select a backdrop. And this is just to have a stage behind it. So let's say we're going to do an art project with the cat, right? So we can find some kind of canvas, or we could even just keep this if we want because it's blank, but we're going to find a canvas. So click down here, choose a backdrop, and the little search button also says choose a backdrop. Click that, and it'll bring you to this screen. So now there's a search bar up here and a bunch of different categories. So because we wanted to paint, let's say, because we're going to paint with the cat, right? We can look up canvas. No. So there's nothing there. So look up blank. We could use this blue sky one. I like this. We'll use this because it's nice and blue. So first, we're going to add a green flag clicked block. Now, what the green flag clicked block is, so if you go to events, oh, by the way, this menu here has all the different categories of blocks. Motion, you can move, let's say that you can move the cat to wherever you want on the screen, point it towards things, turn, rotate, like that kind of stuff. Looks, you can say and think things, change costumes, size, color, show, hide, right? You can change all that stuff. Sound, play sounds, it's pretty easy. Volume, pitch. Events, so this is to start things. So like when you press a space, it starts the program and stuff like that. Control just lets you control different things all at once. Sensing is, I believe sensing is like, see, senses distance to mouse pointer, that kind of stuff. But don't worry, we won't be using this kind of stuff in today's program. Operators are things like picking random, number plus number, greater than, less than, basically math. Variables are useful. We're not gonna need variables in this program, so you don't have to worry about those yet either, but they are very useful. My blocks just allows you to create a block, and this is more blocks. This allows you to add a different category. So we're gonna do this first. We're gonna click on that because we're gonna need something else, and click pen. All right, pen. This is all the different kinds of blocks you can get. But for now, we're going to click on pen. And this little menu should pop up right under my blocks, pen. All right. So what we're going to want to do first is head to events and drag in a when green flag clicked block. So what this will do is when we click this little button up here, it'll start the program. The stop button stops the program. Okay, after that, we're going to want to add a forever block. See this little hump here, or this little dot? If we were to drag in a forever block right there, just leave it there for now, this one has a hole in it, or a divot. We can drag it onto there, and they connect. Alright? So the forever block, when green flag is clicked, forever do something. So what it'll do is, let's say if I have, this is just, don't do this. This is just, let's say I have a wait 1 second block in there. When I click the green flag, it'll wait 1 second, then start back over at the top of the program. Wait 1 second, start over. So if I were to have another one in there and change it to 3, it would wait 1 second, wait 3 seconds, then start back over. Wait 1 second, 3, and start over. But we don't need those. So what we're going to want to drag in there is motion and drag in the go to random position block. And just like the other ones, it has a little divot and a little bump. See how the forever block on the bottom doesn't have a little bump like the green flag and random position block? That is because it keeps looping the same thing over and over again, so there's no point in adding extra blocks. If you wanted to, you could go back to events and drag in another green flag block. But once you have this, click the little arrow and click mouse pointer. So now if I were to click the green flag, the cat will follow my mouse everywhere I go on the stage, right? To stop the program, you can either just drag off the screen and still do it, which is not good, or you could click the stop button up here. Stop. There. See, now it won't drag everywhere. What we're going to do now is go down to pen again and drag in a go to looks and scroll down until you see change color effect by 25. Drag that in and attach it on the bottom of the go-to mouse pointer. What this will do is change the color effect by 25%. So if I were to click the green flag now, see how he's flashing in a rainbow pattern? That's what this does. So let's stop that now. And change the 25 number to 1. So now it's much, much smoother. If you want it to go a little faster, you could change it to, I don't know, let's see, 5. We'll do 5. There we go. That's pretty good, I think. The only problem is now, if we click the green flag, he's changing colors and moving to our mouse pointer, but he's not actually drawing anything. So what we're going to do is go to pen and drag in stamp. So that's a pretty easy little program right there. Right? He's just drawing and drawing and drawing. That's it. We're done. Now, to make things easier, go to Events, and drag in a when space key pressed block. So what this will do is when you press the space key, it'll act like this one. It'll start the program underneath. Go to Pen and drag in a erase all to the space block. Now, if we click the green flag, it still goes, but if we press space, it all goes away. Space, space, space. Right? So that's pretty good. And now that we're done, we can just start messing with it. So if we go to looks and drag in here it is, change color, another change color effect by 25 block. Just move that out of the way. We can change color to fisheye, whirl, pixelate, mosaic, brightness, ghost, right? We'll do a mosaic effect by 1. Right? Press space. And now it becomes a bunch of squares of little cats. I don't like that though. So I'm gonna I'm going to do pixelate maybe? A pixelate effect? There we go. That's kind of cool as well. But also kind of weird, because I feel like eventually it's hard to tell what the cat actually is. So let's do a ghost effect. And after a while, it just disappears. There we go. So that's pretty cool. Now what if we get rid of you and do change size by -1 and just leave it in the middle? Whoa, okay. That's cool. Look at that little tunnel of cats there. Oops. So if we're going to do that, we're going to set size to 100% up here. Actually, no, up. Oops. Sorry, I'm messing up here. Set size to 100%. Now if we click the green flag, it'll reset his size back. What if now we do 1%, but change size by 5? Not -5, 5. Whoa, okay, that's really cool. That is really cool. And it just gets bigger and bigger. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can just mess around with this however you like. So that is all for today's video. And enjoy your code, freshly squeezed.